What's going on YouTube? This is B-Boy Turk 1990 coming at you with a video that's Vanguard related, and yes, this is Ultra. Just for this is not Wii U, this is Ultra. And speaking of Ultra, if you haven't gone to Ultra, check it out. I guarantee you're gonna have a fun time there. So now without further ado, let's get started on this video. Yesterday, I wanted to do the not one but two videos that's Vanguard related on the day of New Year's, but I took a long nap. I slacked off a bit, so I was like, I'll do it tomorrow, and which is right now. It's close to noon, so it's better to do it now, so I don't forget. This video, I'm gonna talk about the first video, which I'm telling you right now, is the card of the day. Like, I used to do this cards of the day or cards of the week mostly it's card of the day. And they come at random, so it's not like a set schedule of day by day. And I don't do it every day. I do it like at least once or twice. Like today I would do one, and I believe it's Saturday. Then maybe next 2 days, next 3 days, it's random. Like, I'll talk about cards of days, and they're all different. So it's not like specific, like one card from a specific deck. They're not like one repetitively. It's gonna be all different metas, different decks. Even though I don't own that many decks because I haven't played Vanguard in a while, one, and two, there are some clans I'm not a huge fan of that I probably won't play, such as Royals. Nothing against them. They're pretty good. It's just not to my liking. I like their counterpart Shadow Paladins more than Royals. And Gold Paladins, whatever. Gold Paladins are whatever to me. Then there's D-Robos. Despite they hit huge, but they just seem just so... I'm not sure. But Nova Grapplers, I love Nova Grapplers. Like, I wanted to build Nova Grapplers ever since I started, but didn't get a chance to because I was more onto with Tachikazes. That was like my first deck I did. But my beginning deck was Kagero. That was my beginning deck. But I lost interest on them because of Narukami's came to life. So now, in the second video, I'm going to do something is a Vanguard set analysis, where basically I just talk about like what's going to be on the next set, what's going to do for the next for the meta that's coming up, so on and so forth. And the next set is going to be Moonlit Dragonfang. I didn't do Fires. I'm not going to do Fires Collection Winter because there's not a lot of cards there I want, except maybe Nova Grapplers, like the Beast Deity Nova Grapplers, because I would love to make Nova Grapplers, but sooner or later I'll make them. But Moonlit Dragonfang is the one I'm going to talk about because there are two clans in there that I build, and that's Narukami and Link Jokers. And I will talk to you more on those areas. And I will put although I know this Oracle think tank in there, I don't know much about them, but I know the new set is for Magus support, and I've played Cardfight Area. For those of you who heard of it or play it, I played a lot of Oracle think tank Magus there, and that deck gives me a hard time to deal with them. So it's like, but I could talk a little bit about Magus over the other two clans, which is Pale Moon and Gear Chronicle. Well, Pale Moon, I don't know much because I don't own Pale Moons, and Gear Chronicles, I have an interest in them, but I don't have the deck. Same as Oracle Think Tank. I only have decks for Link Jokers and Narukami, so I could talk more about them over the others. But I have some interest towards Gear Chronicle. Now, enough of me rambling about everything else. Let's get to the card of the day. And to this card of the day, it's going around in the meta not too long ago after the set of, as you see, after this set, the Commander of the Incessant Waves. Yeah, a friend of mine gave me all of his old common and rare Aqua Force stuff, so that's why. Now, this card, in my opinion, is the reason this deck Ripples is good in the meta right now and is making a lot of decks, well, not that this is something you should fear, is because of this card, Flash Ripple Odysseus. Reason why I say Flash Ripple Odysseus is the card of the first card of the day of the New Year's is because this card gives consistency and corrects the right chain and has combos for the Ripple deck. Like in the very beginning, if you don't ride Sotero in the first turn, but you have him, then you can call him, use the skill to bring Alex back into Soul, put Sotero out, take the Vanguard that you have, roll it on into the back, and it gains 2,000 attack. It doesn't matter what Aqua Force, as long as you just take it out and you correct the right chain. And on top of that, Sotero gets the skill because he was riding on Alex. Oh, that's my brother's that's my brother's cell phone, so don't worry about that. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it happens. People still celebrating shooting out fireworks. New Year's was yesterday, but whatever. Anyways, now, great, now I forgot. Oh, okay. Now, once Sotero gets his effect, and you can get either Pavroth or Genovos from the top 7 cards from Alex's skill, and you put it to your hand. He corrects that's for him when he corrects the right chain. Now, the combos he will come up with is like the grade 2 game or the grade 3 when you get Militatus or the Pavroth, depending how you want to do it. When I get to the grade 2 and I still have him in play, I just literally just use the skill, put something back in the deck, in the Soul, take another Pavroth, take the old Pavroth, put it back, and write it over. That's where I just set up my grade 2 game. And the best thing about this card is that if you have multiples of him on the field, they all can still use their effects. That's amazing. Because there will be, like when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, there are a few cards that even if you have multiples of the card, you can only activate the effect once per turn. So it's like, okay, I have multiples, but I can't use the effect. This one, however, now, aside from Yu-Gi-Oh, this one, however, it's like, okay, there's more of me. So I already use this one's effect. Okay, I'll use the other one I have, put the old one to the Soul. So I put another copy of him in the Soul, the one I already used this effect, and I will still do the combo. And I'll be finished on that part. That's for the grade 2 game. And this could also work in the grade 3 because that's when you ride Militatus. And if let's say you have like 3 damage, you ride Genovos just to continue to complete the ride chain. That's fair. Now, you put Militatus on the inside. So now you have Militatus as a Vanguard. Because you did Odysseus effect. You take Genovas out, you put Militatus. Militatus, you say you have 3 damage. You counterblast 1, and you look at the top 3. If there's any Ripple, you put it in your hand. If not, you drop into the rest of the drop zone. That's what makes that helpful, is to give you Legion targets. And you can continue on with this skill until you at least have no more counterblasts, or you don't have enough Militatus left, or Ripples. So you just Legion, you get the targets you need, and most of the time you want to get Genovos from the graveyard, so you can put it back so you can put it as a Legion. The Legion skill, and so on and so forth. Now, thing with him is, what I don't like is, what I do like about, I'm gonna start with what I do like. The pros for this, there's a lot of pros to this, and a tiny few minor cons. The pros to this is so many combos you can come up with. 1. 2, corrects your ride chain. 3 gives you consistency throughout your whole hand or field advantage, sometimes both. That's what's consistent about him. Then there's also, even if you have multiples of him, you can still use the effect. That's awesome. I'm cool. I love that. Then there's the I think that's it. Or there could be something else, but I might not know it, or have to dig deep through it. Now, the only con, or there's 2 cons. The one con is he's gonna be a target to be attacked or retired for, in some cases like Narukami, Kagaros, and stuff like that. He's gonna be an easy target because he's very powerful for ripples. Second is because I don't care if it's a once per turn. That's fine. It's just that when you want to take it out, if it's not other than him, actually, never mind. That's the only con I have, is that he's an easy target. Because if you could take out the one that's like his name, that's gonna be stupid that he can not do that effect and can make a continuous loop out of it. Because it's gonna be like it kind of resets, if I'm correct. Like if you have another one of him, if you ride him, and his doesn't restrict to Odysseus, so you have 2 Odysseus. This one's a ride. The other Odysseus, you take him out, and you can continue like a ride loop. So it's like, nah, that's not gonna happen. So that's fair. A once per turn, also fair. Ripple, just only Ripple because he's a Ripple deck, not like Maelstrom or the Blue Wave. So the only con I don't is that he is an easy target because he is a powerful card. So other than that, oh, actually, second con is he's a rare. If he was a double rare for a grade 1, that would have been perfect. But it's a rare, so it's easy to obtain. That's fine. Because ripples are pretty cheap to make, so that's what. But they're very powerful. They're like probably the best Aga Force deck right now. So if I had to give a score of 1 through 10 for Odysseus, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. The reason I gave it 9.5 out of 10 because he's just an easy target. That's it. Everything else about him is I love about it. That's why he's the first card. He's the number 1 of the first card of the day. So this is B-Boy Torg 1990. I'm gonna say deuces, but before I go, the next video I'm gonna post about is gonna be this Moonlit Dragon Fang set, which is GB6, I believe, or GB5. No, GB5. G set 5 for Moonlit Dragon Fang. And I'm gonna talk more for Narukamis and Link Jokers mostly because I play those decks. But I will try my very best to get something for Oracle Think Tank, Gear Chronicle, and maybe Pale Moon, because those are going to be the clans that's getting support in that set. So this is B-Boy Torg 1990 saying deuces.